On the 24th, so that's not next Sunday, but the following Sunday, everybody say 24. 24. Say it again. 24. On the 24th, we will be going to another church. How about that? One of the places that was visited by the prayer team was a place over the road, over the freeway at Tolmer Place. And it was at Tolmer Place in the 90s, the late 80s and through the 90s that the Lord poured out his Spirit on us, and we changed from being who we were to what we are or trying to be. And so it was a very amazing time. And each one that was in the church at that time put 100% of effort into restoring an old building that had been burnt down, and wasn't just the physical building, but along with that, the Spirit of the Lord was moving over us as we snotted on the carpet and lay before him, and the sick were healed, and we even had a crack at raising the dead a few times. And I don't mean people asleep in church, I mean they were really dead. And we got sprung by the funeral directors. All sorts of things happened at that time. But we saw many, many people saved and so many baptised in the Holy Spirit. So it was a place of establishment. It was a place. And so I was talking to the pastors over at that church. There's a church there now. And I was speaking with the pastors over there and talking about all that had happened. And we agreed that we should come as a church and join with them on the 24th. So back to Tolmer, folks. Back to Tolmer, and just see what we've got. No agenda there. We're just going in and just going to worship with them. We'll stay for the rest of the service, but we're just going to go and worship with them. And for some of the oldies, it'll be a trip down memory lane. But it's a marker in the city. It's good to know a little bit of history about revival. It's good to not just have it in your history, but to have it in your present as well. But it's for you and your children and your children's children. This was a marker of a place in the city during that season. So it will be good for us to be there, and they're welcoming us. Their service starts at 9:30. 9:30. And they were asking me how many were coming so they could put out the number of seats appropriately. And I said, everybody will rock up. But you'll need to be there, and church starts at 9:30, you slackers, for those of you who can't even make it at 10.